Have you ever been in a situation like this? Just entering a room, suddenly stopping, and asking yourself, what am I doing here? Or have you been fumbling around for a while, but still can't remember where you left your keys? Meeting an acquaintance on the street, they greet you cheerfully, and you can only smile awkwardly, because you really can't remember their name. Those seemingly small things, repeated silently, could be an early warning sign of dementia, and unfortunately, many people only realize this when it's too late. But the good news is, there's a super simple, free, drug-free way you can do it today. Training muscles. Sounds surprising, right? But exercising your body not only helps you get in shape, but also helps protect your memory, keeping your brain sharp as you age. In this video, I'll explore with you, why does physical exercise help improve your memory? What mechanisms in your brain are activated when you lift weights, do push-ups, or run? And what simple exercises can you start today at home? But first, I want to hear from you. Have you ever had a moment of unexpected forgetfulness? For example, when you were looking for your phone and it was in your hand. If so, comment below. I'll pin the most interesting stories to the top of the video. And now, let's get into the surprising science behind it. What is BDNF and what does it do for you? BDNF, or brain-derived neurotrophic factor, is a special protein in the brain which helps nourish and regenerate nerve cells. Simply put, without BDNF, your brain is like a plant that hasn't been watered. With lots of BDNF, your brain is green, flexible, and remembers everything you learned for a long time. A person who is lazy, sits a lot, and is stressed a lot often forgets the names of people they just met. Of someone who speaks in the middle of a sentence and then forgets what they were saying. Of someone who reads a book for 5 minutes and loses concentration. On the contrary, a person who exercises regularly. Of someone who remembers quickly, has good reflexes. Of someone who works out for a long time but stays alert. Of someone who learns easily, absorbs new things easily. The biggest difference? They have higher BDNF. Research published by the University of British Columbia. A 2016 study published in the Journal of Applied Physiology showed that people over 60 years old, who did resistance training twice a week for 6 months, increased BDNF levels in their blood plasma by 15 to 25%. They also showed a significant increase in memory, especially in tests such as remembering a series of numbers backwards, remembering images after 5 to 10 minutes, finding objects that have changed position. So BDNF is the golden key to keeping your brain healthy. Simple resistance training at home is enough to increase BDNF. Exercise 15 minutes a day, clear mind, sharp memory. Muscle training, especially resistance exercises such as squats, push-ups, lightweight lifting, not only helps increase physical strength, but also directly affects the central nervous system and the brain through many different mechanisms. Exercise can reduce stress and anxiety thanks to endorphin, endogenous morphine. Reduce stress and anxiety thanks to endorphin, endogenous morphine, endorphin. It attaches to opioid receptors in the brain, reduces pain signals and creates a feeling of relaxation and comfort, similar to morphine but naturally. Benefits for the brain. Reduces the hormone cortisol, causes stress. Prevents chronic stress, a factor that shrinks the hippocampus, memory area. An office worker under a lot of pressure, easily irritable. When doing push-ups or light squats every day for 10 minutes, feels less pressure, sleeps deeper and has a clearer mind in the morning. Exercise can also improve mood thanks to dopamine and serotonin, the happy duo. When exercising, the central nervous system activates the hypothalamus, leading to increased production of dopamine and serotonin, two extremely important neurotransmitters. Dopamine helps you feel excited, motivated, increase concentration and learning ability. Serotonin helps you stabilize mood, reduce anxiety, improve sleep, and avoid depression. The great thing is that these substances are not only secreted during exercise, but also continue to maintain high concentrations for several hours afterwards, prolonging the happy brain effect. A person who used to suffer from insomnia, feeling lethargic in the morning, after 2 weeks of lightweight training combined with push-ups at home, they slept better and started the day with a positive mood. Exercise also helps increase BDNF, super fertilizer for nerve cells. BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, is a valuable protein secreted by the brain during exercise, and it acts as a biological fertilizer for the brain. BDNF has 3 extremely important roles: helps regenerate old, weak, or damaged nerve cells, stimulates the creation of new nerve cells, neurogenesis, and strengthens connections between neurons, synaptic plasticity, improves memory and learning. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Psychology 2018 showed that people who did resistance training at least 2 times/week for 12 weeks had 30% higher BDNF levels than the sedentary group. At the same time, they also scored higher on tests of memory and concentration. A 68-year-old woman who used to be forgetful and confused about time, after applying a light exercise schedule of 3 days per week, including squats plus lifting a 1-liter water bottle, her memory improved significantly. She even remembered her relatives' phone numbers, which she couldn't remember before. So what are you waiting for? Just 15 minutes a day, squats, arm lifts, push-ups. You are enriching your brain little by little. An inspirational story about Mr. David, 65 years old. A gentle old man, living in the suburbs of New York. A few years ago, he began to notice that his memory was clearly declining. He forgot his grandson's name at his birthday party. He couldn't remember why he was in the kitchen, and even forgot the stories he had just said 5 minutes ago. At first, he thought it was just a sign of old age, but when it happened regularly, he began to worry. Fortunately, during a community health consultation, he was introduced to a light resistance training program every morning. No need for a gym, no need for heavy weights, just the basics: squat with a chair, wall push-ups, and raise your hand to lift a water bottle. After 3 months, Mr. David felt his mind was much more clear, no longer as absent-minded as before, and remembered his grandchild's name, didn't forget his keys, and he felt truly alive. This is not an uncommon story. More and more older people are proving that exercising properly is a valuable medicine for memory and brain. And you don't have to wait until you're 65 to start, just 15 minutes a day today, for a future that is not only healthy, but also clear-headed with full memories. Dear friend, memory does not come naturally. It needs to be nurtured and protected, from the simplest daily habits. And muscle training is one of the most important keys to keeping the brain sharp, agile, alert, at all ages. If you find this video useful, don't forget to like, share with your loved ones, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the next valuable health knowledge. And if you have ever experienced moments of forgetting and remembering, comment and share your story below so we can learn and accompany each other. Wishing you and your family good health, clarity, and positive energy every day. Hello, and see you in the next video.